Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Swordsman Mockman account. Today, the primary goal is to finish off this perfect Smash series here. We need one more flawless attempt run through these stages. And then we are home free and we have maxed perfect Void Corruption, which, by the way, is insanely difficult. It is crazy out here in terms of whenever it was released compared to the other game modes. Tower of Oblivion is basically free at this point. I don't control what my team is. Aspen Dungeon has been done for a while. Sealand 40 was a bit of a struggle. I cleared that a little bit recently, and then I'm going to be trying to do light with my DGN relatively soon. I would put Realms Gate 170 around the same difficulty as Chapter 8 Void Campaign, somewhere in there, in terms of the damage required. It gets a little bit insane. So we'll talk about the problematic stages and how to navigate them. You'll notice some of my little Lumino energy thingies are already consumed. That is because I recorded like 5 minutes of this beforehand, and then my phone alarm went off, and it stole my AirPods away from my device, and I crashed out for like 10 minutes. So we are getting a little, we cut off the first few bits here. But so this is one of the scary stages, because if my TVB here, she's sort of my win condition for the regular mob stages. If she misses Vulcan, he can be free, and then if he gets an active skill, he wiped my squad. My 7 billion CCL team. He absolutely wiped my squad with a single active skill. It was horrifying. So we do not want Vulcan to get free at all. However unlikely that may be, given how stacked my account is at this point. But bro, Vulcan, it'll wreck your shit, man. So we're going to take this bottom path here because we want the little crystal. Where is it? There we are. I don't know what this one does. Harvest. I don't think that helps me very much. This one can also be a bit scary depending on which enemies get to attack and which ones do not. Forces getting targeted off rip, that's kind of nice. We do want to land a chase on the Drake soon, otherwise they can just sort of destroy everything I know and love, because the Drake's just going to defense down one of my very unfortunate poor heroes. That's nice. The dove on the Drake is nice. That's very helpful. And there he goes. Lovely. Let us proceed now. We'll take on another dark team. Pow. And then we will commentate on the other teams whenever we encounter them. That's nice. Double frontline chase, and then whoever was going to get the third one dodged. I assume Carrie was destined to get my third chase target. They can actually dodge that, which is kind of cool. Not for me, of course, but just conceptually, that they can dodge getting the Omen Rift application. Very cool. Not for me, though. Anyway, moving on. Dark stage done. Again, we're watching the Vulcan to make sure that he does not get free under any circumstance here. There we go. Lovely. Round one active skill, dropping one of them. Don't ask me why BQA specifically. She was purely a convenience build because I'm an Aspen hater at this point in time, or LFA hater. Regular Aspen's kind of cool. And so I wanted SQH and PDE around still because they're amazing supports. But yet I didn't want either one to be in a home because they don't need to be. Sure. Well, okay, guess I can't use that. I'll use that later. But so they are both tenants for Bloodtide Queen Urania. So that is why she's on the account as my main healer. Whether or not she's good, I honestly can't tell you. I wish I could, but I simply cannot. Her kit, it's just not very easily observed, which is kind of funny. I cannot tell what exactly she's doing. She gets the occasional petrification, like on that Forces right there, which is rather funny. That lands rather often, actually, for how often it's supposed to, according to her kit. Rather funny. This one's another scary one because the Geether does a passive dot, and the Gloria applies those marks, and if anybody attacks, she just kind of wrecks your whole face. It's not very fun at all. So the plan is do not let anybody free, which with TBB around tends not to be much of an issue. The two problematic stages here tended to be light when Vulcan got free because he decked my face, and then Fortress, funny enough. And we'll talk about why that is when we get there. It's rather funny. It's not a very, we'll do it now. It's not a very likely occurrence. The Sherlock, though, he can't be twined round one because of his little cards. The issue, though, is sometimes he can hit Melissa like he did right there, and he actually has enough control precision and CI offset to land a dove on the Melissa. And well, that means I don't have anybody breaking me free from CC because TBB drains energy, so the enemies don't get actives, and PDE only breaks you free if an enemy does an active skill. So a dove on Melissa is basically a death sentence unless SSM can get his ass in gear and knock everybody dead before it becomes a problem. But the Sherlock won't be twined very reliably, which means he will keep attacking and doving my team, and then Holmes, annoying Holmes, does his little follow-up poison applications, and that just kind of wrecks my day. So I have had one run lost to Fortress, and I have had another run lost to Light. So we're hoping that this time is the victory. Moving onward. There we go. Perfect CCs. Love to see it. SSM getting lovely, lovely chases there. We want to see that Vulcan dead as soon as possible. There we go. Bam. And that leaves poor Andrea, who is now doved, taunted, twined, and feared. All we needed was the petrify. A bit of overkill there. Sorry. We'll go for Light. Hoping and praying the Sherlock does not dove my Melissa. And yeah, not doving anybody. That's very nice. But so yeah, the only one we care about Sherlock doving is going to be the Melissa. If he doves the SSM, Melissa just breaks him free instantly. Melissa quickly becoming one of my favorite supports in the game, next to DGN, of course. And Wukong, I like him a whole lot. I have him built already. Yeah, see, I don't know why that TBB was able to outspeed. I don't know where she's getting that passive energy from. She should not have been able to trigger that P2. I don't know where she got that from. Wait a minute. Pause. Pause. Everybody pause. I might have just figured something out in real time. Here's the account, by the way. We'll talk about this guy later. I sold my awesome B copy tenant so I could get this guy because he was used in Force War, and then the very next Force War, 2 weeks later, they changed it so that it's not optimal to do non-trans clears anymore. So trans became better. So I lost my B tier tenant, who was just under this amount of attack. I think he had like 100 less attack. And then I also lost, of course, 12,500 starry jumps getting this guy. So yeah, a bit of a scam there. But anyway, back to my discovery. When the battle starts at the end of each round, increases energy for self and one random ally. Okay, so that explains why it's a rare occurrence. I think this is what's causing that. So if he gives the energy to TBB, it triggers her P2. I think I've figured that out. That's nice. Very cool. Cool little application there. And now that I think about it, that would reduce the RNG of Dragon Rui, I reckon. Because not only do you have the 50% chance from the Dragon Rui itself, but now you can get 50 energy just from the cat on the team. That's rather nice. There we go. I'd call this a free clear. We can just skip it. There we go. Nice damage there. This one tends not to be scary at all. Bam. Yeah, there we go. Two petrifies there, petrifications from the BQA. Very funny. I have the Holy Flame Star Spawn, not Star Spawn, Star Soul on her, which I think is nice because it likes burn applications and she doth apply the burns quite a lot. Bam. Yeah, and I haven't seen much content on Realmsgate 170 or 161 plus, so maybe this will tap a market that I've yet to tap, and then more people can subscribe and then unsubscribe after I stop posting Idle Heroes content again. I think I've done that like 3 times in the history of my channel. uh, Moving on. Now that we've seen how these fights go, we need to see Shadow and, of course, the puppets, but I think we're going to start skipping these battles until we reach the very end, back when we have some extra tension. This is a bit of a tense situation, though. Not anymore, I don't think. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Yeah, I can't tell you, like, even just having the base level plume on the DGN, that thing is insane. Just being able to dove a single hero, because there are some pretty problematic heroes, and sometimes there's only one problematic hero on the stage. And so if it just happens that the dove lands on them, man, it's so helpful. Like there are these 6 Gustin stages. If you dove a Gustin, clutch. Awesome. Amazing. Amazing Star Soul. And that's just one of its abilities. I like the plume quite a bit. Um, Although I only have the base form of it at this time. Could only justify picking up the base version, both because it's expensive and also because I want to finish the flame one first so that I can give BQA lots of attack. Bam. We'll skip. I just know that we're gonna have a good fight that looks good, and then I'm gonna skip it, and then it's gonna be a loss, and then I'm gonna crash out again because I'm not gonna know what caused the loss, and then I also won't have it on footage for everybody to laugh at me for. So that would just be a bad time. So far, so good. There we go. Lots of damage. Yeah, I reckon this one's gonna be rather free as well. God, I never get tired of that. Oh my God. The 6-man active skill. Craziness. So good. What else can I talk about? Okay, here we have a puppet. Trial of Despair. So this one's going to be a little bit interesting to overcome handicaps. So what I've noticed here is it's a little weird, but you'll notice when I get to my presets, I have something called Dot Boss. This is because, well, we need to defend ourselves against dots, but also because regardless of what the puppet skill sets seem to say, they all seem to do damage with damage over time, which kind of sucks a whole bunch. And so now you'll see I have golden crowns on everybody, and I also have HHA, who, by the way, does not suck, contrary to what some might be saying. I will be an HHA defender until the day I die. I guess these guys don't do dots. That just kind of counters my whole point. But most of them do dots. I think, I don't know. I don't know how many there are, but lots of them do damage over time. And they are very problematic. Hence why I'm running Torch on the SSM in this here lineup. But yeah, it's my train's rather enormous, and my squad is rather huge, and I have lots of Destiny and Star Stole stats, and I am just now able to start tanking these guys. Extremely scary, these puppets are. Yeah, not fun. DGN did a little damage there. But yeah, I found obviously not now because I'm a little bit overstated for this, or a lot of it. I sent in the wrong team. If I die, I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna be pissed. See, people were saying I was gonna throw, and then oh my god, did I throw? Did I just toss? Oh my fucking god, brother! I'm so retarded, bro. Fuck. Okay. We will try this again in a few days. Have a good one. Bye.